What's up, guys? On my way to the gym. It's a beautiful day today. Winter is finally hitting Florida. Starting to finally get a little cooler outside. It's about time. Had plenty of those hot days, so now we're starting to get a little bit cooler. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Just wanted to make a quick video for you and share a little something. I know some of you, probably not all of you, but I know some of you have wondered, how strong of a relationship do you have with the Lord? How close is your relationship with the Lord? Now, you might have some prayers answered. You might have a few things that indicate that you have a close relationship with the Lord. You might have some experiences. Some miracles might even happen in your life. But there's some good indications of how you can know if you have a good relationship with the Lord. And one of the important ones would be is the relationships you have with other people. When you meet somebody, do you leave that relationship better than the day you met them? Meaning, do you leave that person better off than when you first met them? Now, we all know there's some people out there that might take advantage of people, get what they need out of a relationship, get what they need out of people they know, until that dries up and then they disappear. But you can have a pretty good, strong relationship with the Lord when you have a pretty good relationship with people that you meet, even if it's for a week, a month, a year, or however long those people are in your life. How do you leave that relationship when you meet them? Like, when is the last time you talked to them? Did you leave them feeling like they had a good friend or someone that they can really trust and rely on? Did they leave maybe with you helping them in some kind of fashion, a way? The reason why I bring this up too is because that's how Jesus was. Whenever Jesus met somebody, he would always leave that relationship with that person way better off than they ever did before he met them. Now, sure, he healed people and gave them a spiritual word or whatever that might be. But even just meeting the townspeople, walking by and briefly saying a few words to them, it was always something positive. It was always something uplifting to them every single time. So even if that person didn't get healed, even if that person just met Jesus for a brief moment, they always left feeling good about themselves. They always left inspired by what he did. That's what drew in the big crowds. It's just how he left people feeling about him. So we should always be conscious of how we leave people. Like, how do we leave people feeling, about us? What does this person think of you when your name is brought up? Do they feel inspired? Do they feel happy? Do they feel uplifted? Maybe you remind them of something that you did when your name is brought up. I mean, those are things that you really need to focus on. If you really want a strong relationship with the Lord, look at the relationships around you. How are you treating these people? How are you treating your spouse, your children, your family members, your friends, people at work? How are your relationships with those people? And that will definitely indicate what type of relationship you have with the Lord. Oh man, it's busy. It's busy today. Again, not a single spot to park anywhere. Man, wow. Talk about craziness over here. Like 5 o'clock and it's packed. Absolutely nowhere to park. All right, I got a spot. I found me a beautiful spot. Gotta hurry up and get there before someone else pulls in. Might not tell you, when I was parking last time, I came into a spot. He pulled out pulled forward. I pulled in his spot. He comes running out of his car, runs up to me, and he says, "Hey, I'm gonna back into that spot." I'm like, "What?" He literally said, "I'm backing into the spot." And I was like, "Oh, you pulled out to back in? Like, what?" So yeah, me being a nice guy, I gave him that spot. I know a lot of people have told him to get lost, but nah, I'm not like that. I get it. He wanted to back in, but it was weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever encountered as far as parking. A lot of us really want this strong, meaningful relationship with the Lord. We want our prayers answered. We want, our family to be healthy. We want to be healthy. Especially with a lot of people. I don't know about you, but I've known a lot more people this part of my life than earlier on, of how many people have been getting cancer. Like, cancer has been on the rise, and it's incredible how I'm sure just about everybody knows somebody that has cancer right now. Just about everybody knows somebody or is aware of somebody who has cancer that's close to them. It's just crazy. As growing up as a kid, like, you rarely knew anybody that had cancer, but now it's just about everybody in someone's family has it. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to see. It's a terrible thing to experience. As I've seen a few people, and my mother-in-law had it, and watching her go through it, it's very difficult to watch. So I know a lot of us are praying for healing and having a healthy life and everything. And those are the main things a lot of us find ourselves praying for, is health and well-being, and just the finances and everything else. And I know a lot of us are really wanting to be sure that we have a strong relationship with the Lord, as it's important. It's important to focus on that. It's important to focus that, our relationship with the Lord, it should be number one priority. And one of the great things to know is just looking at the relationships that you have around yourself right now. Seeing how well off are these people with you in their life. Are you someone that uplifts them, someone that inspires them, not somebody that cuts them down, somebody that's constantly taking advantage of someone, whatever reason that might be. If you focus on uplifting other people and blessing those people, I promise you for certain, you will see your relationship with the Lord be stronger than you ever have before. You'll feel his presence in your life stronger than you ever have before.